my name is Kelly Bluen. Welcome to my Mini-Mandala series. This is episode 10. The point of these videos is to show you how to create a cute little mandala without using fancy tools. So all you need is a coin or something round. I like to use a fine line pen. This is a Micron PN, which stands for plastic nib. I have a pencil to do some drawing and shading, and this is just a little blending tool called a tortillon. I'm also using a 5" by 5" sketchbook. You can do this with anything you have, and you can do it on any piece of paper that you have. No special tools are required. Okay, so we're going to start with the pen and the coin, and I'm just picking a spot on my paper to trace the coin. Okay, I'm going to zoom in a little bit. All right, I like starting with a basic circle, and then we grow from there. So today we're going to start right in the center by putting just a little black circle and coloring it in. Then I'm going to go around the circle in what we call an aura. So I'm just going to make another circle around it. And often with these mandalas, adding a second line just makes the whole piece look so pretty. It adds a special little detail. It makes it less crowded. So I'll often aura a line. Okay. So now I'm going to do these little bump outs, which if you've ever seen henna done, this is much like henna. They do a lot of these little bump outs, but it's just these skinny little lines all the way around. So like a little petal. Just going all the way up to the top. We're going to do these a couple of times on this mandala today. Just remembering to keep them pretty narrow. And then I like to go back and just fill in that empty space. When I first started drawing, I was always in a hurry, trying to get something accomplished and move on to the next project. And I'm learning now to just slow down and enjoy the process. There's no race. Okay, I'm going to do an aura again. So I'm going to make a line go around the outside. All right, now I'm going to take my pencil and I'm going to create my grid. So pick up my pencil, and I just like to go across the middle and then down this middle this way. I'm just kind of guessing. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then I like to separate them this way also. So I'm just kind of imagining like a sun ray. And I want these two areas to be about the same. And when I say a ray of sun, I just mean that it's going right out, pointing in the outside direction. Just nice and light with your pencil as a guide. All right, those look fairly even. And I'm going to put in some more little bumps, but I'm going to do them shorter. And I'm going to try to do 1.5 in each section. So I end up with 3 in this quarter area here. It's okay if you do more or less. That's just my guide today. So my second one is landing on that diagonal line. And then inside each of these, I'm going to put a small bump with some ink in it. I enjoy mandalas that have a lot of dark areas, adding drama to our piece. All right, now we're going to make another line, and I'm going to go out a little ways. So I'm going to put a dot there. I'm going to put a dot on each of those lines about 1 centimeter out. When we make these mandalas by hand, we're not looking for perfection. Then I'm just going to connect those. My circle's not going to be perfect, that's okay. They look a little more whimsical when they're wobbly and uneven. All right, now inside this area, I'm going to do more of those bump outs like that. So, and I'm going to give you 2 choices. So I like to do the little bumps again like this. If it's easier for you and you just want to make lines, go ahead. You don't have to do the bumps. And whether you're doing lines or bumps, just remember to keep those narrow. And hold your pen lightly. Remembering to breathe and relax. And I'm going to go back in where I made just those lines. I'm just going to round the tops because I want them to match. And I'm going to take just a second to fill in the dark space. I guess I'm filling in the light space with dark ink. All the way around. Okay. Take a second to admire it. Relax a little bit. All right, for this next part, I'm going to put in like a little upside down teardrop or raindrop shape on each of those lines. These can be tall or short. As long as you're repeating the line all the way around, it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to look like mine. I'm going to color those in. And then I'm going to add one in the middle of each of these. So I'm just going to put another one in here, right in the center of those. And I'm going to add a spiral in the middle. And to make my spiral, I'm going to go up and then just curve around. So I'm going to go straight up and curve around. Do yours however you want. I just like the consistency of that when I go straight up and curve around. They can touch those little pieces coming out, or they don't have to. It's turning out great. All right, now I'm going to go a little ways above that. So I'm just going to put another dot on each line. And I'm going to add my line, just leaving a little bit of space there, just because sometimes empty space can be beautiful. And I'm going to aura this line. The larger our circle gets, the more difficult it is to keep it round and add an aura, but that's okay. We're just having a good time. And inside that, I'm just going to put little tiny dashes. So relaxing. Sorry about that. All right, for our last layer, or maybe our second to last layer, I'm going to make a bump out that expands the entire width of that area. So I'm just going to go like this. And add that all the way around. And I'm going to put a little dark one in the center of each one. If you have a different design or pattern you'd like to put in those, go ahead. Okay. Now I'm going to do one last area. So I'm going to put circles, and then we're going to go back and do some more of those bump outs. Just putting a circle in each of these little V shapes. And then I'm going to do those narrow bumps again. So I'm going to do them on top of this large bump, and I want them to be really narrow, really delicate looking. And again, you don't have to rush. I know I tend to go faster than a lot of people. Just enjoy it. That adds so much to our mandala. I added those little circles in there because I wasn't sure how these would bump into each other in those corners. So it just gives us a little buffer. So I do most of my work just in black and white. But of course, if you love color, you can watercolor paint these, chalk paint them, colored pencil, anything you would like. Inside these circles, I'm just going to add a tiny little curve, like a reflection. And that's it. We are done with this one. I love using those little bump outs. They're such a fun thing to add. So as always, initial your work, date your work, and then if you get a chance, just write a one-sentence journal entry about what's going on in your life right now, what's on your heart right now, just as a reminder of what you were thinking about as you were drawing this beautiful little mandala. Thank you so much for joining me, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.